Greetings hobbyists, this is our Sands of Vol, and in this video we're having a look at the paid add-on Arbitrary Align. So despite the name of this add-on, there is nothing arbitrary about it. It gives you a massive amount of control, but I guess where arbitrary comes from is you can do things very quickly on a whim as you choose to without spending a lot of time fiddling around. Now, let's just talk through this bit at a time, and we'll start with movement and how we can use this to move effectively. So, what you need to do is firstly come to this icon, which is Arbitrary Align, click on it, and you've got that on. This is a limiting factor. If you've got something, for example, I've set it up so I have the ability to move into X-ray mode when I'm just selecting something, that will notably be turned off. Everything else works the same as what you'd normally have in box select, in that you can just select really quickly, and hitting G moves things around, and R and S work just as they normally would, but we have an additional set of functions that we can do. So I'm going to hit N and come down to Arbitrary Align. The important bit is for this Enable Quick Match, you need to click these buttons. That will turn them off and on. You don't get to choose what these keys match to. They'll obviously move for G or grab, rotate for R, and S for scale makes sense, but there's one or two that I would like the option to change because they're going to interfere with my other add-ons. So let's just start with this then. So if you click an object, you are now working on that object. And if you click and hold G, you can start seeing that we get this line, and it will snap 2 points, for example, on the grid. It will snap to the center of edges. I like the way it highlights. It will snap to the center of faces, and it will snap to vertices. So with this selected, you move to your point of choice, click, and it jumps that object to that point using the origin. This is obviously really useful if you combine it with something like the Control Alt and X function from the 3D Viewport Pie menu extension. That's free. Just go to Get Extensions, put your origin to the bottom, and now suddenly you can put your object exactly where you want it to be. So if I hold down G, I can just say, well, I would like this to be in the center of that face. Done. Or G, and then just bring it back to over here. So really, really quick and easy to use. Now, the other thing we can do is instead of just holding down G and clicking where you want it to go, for example there, you can also hold down G and select a corner or a face or an edge and say, well, I'm going to start here and I want it to end there. So in many ways that makes it similar to snap base, but I would say a little bit quicker and more intuitive to use. So for example, let's say I want this face there to go to where the center of that face is. So they're now perfectly on top of each other. So very nice. And with that, because it will also snap to the grid, I could then, for example, hit G and say start here and go forward. And you'll notice it shows you the distance. So instead of having to click G, Y, 2, enter, now I just need to hold down G, click on any grid point. It doesn't really matter where it is. So let's just demonstrate this and go G here and select there. Go on to go 2 forward there, and now it's moved 2 forward. Oh no, I want to go 2 to the X, click, and it's done. So really, really intuitive, or at least I think intuitive, getting everything to move around exactly where I want it to be, working off of either the origin or a specific point on an object. Now, rotating is going to work a little differently, though there's many similarities. If I hold R, I can click on a face. In this instance, it's telling me this is going to be 45 degrees, and it's going to be now moved to that 45-degree angle. Obviously, if you then combine this with holding down G and then snapping it to that face, you get everything perfectly aligned to that point. Really nice. And if at any point you want it to be vertical again, well, just click on the floor. We can do this on odd angles as well. Let's just select that edge there and then GG and bring it down. And we could do exactly the same thing. R, click to there and it's rotated, G, and then move to there. Though notice I didn't center it at that instance. It would have been better if I'd have hit G and then gone to the snapping center point. There we go. So again, really useful on this rotation. But as before, let's just get back to centered. We can also select a specific face for it to work off of. So I can hit R and say I want this one to go to that. And now it's rotated it round in that direction. So that now that this face at the bottom matches that face at the top. And then we could do something to move it there. One thing to note is this does seem to have a slight issue with X-ray. Like it won't select the center of this face in X-ray mode or that edge that's behind it. So we do need to be able to see the edge, face, or other shape that we're interested in. Let's just try something out there. So we can say that one, go to there, and now they are perfectly aligned at that 45 degrees. If we just bring that down here, we can see those perfectly lining up. So again, really, really handy. Let's just come back to there. Finally, if you want both to work together, you don't actually have to say R and click there and then G and hold it and click there. You can if we go back, if you hold down Q, That does a quick fit, which does both at the same time. So you just get a really quick alignment. What's interesting about this is if you select multiple objects, notice that this is the active one, we can get this to work in multiple ways. In fact, let's just select this, Control Alt and X, and origin to the bottom there. This now bottom one is the active, and then let's hit G and then snap to there, and then both of those objects have stayed in place comparative to each other, and then snaps to this face, which is really nice. And once again, we could do the same thing going here, and then let's hold down Q, grab that, go to this one here, and then they've both rotated around, but it's done it from this face to this face. Really, really powerful. And it gets better. Right, let's just come back. We can also do the same thing with scaling. Now this does work specifically off edges though. So if I click and hold down S, I can say I want this edge here to match the size of this edge here. Notice it tells you what this is going to scale to, 1.096 in this instance. And now if we cue that to the center, you'll notice how this now perfectly matches in size. So if you've got a really complex shape, but you know that I want something to fit exactly on this face, I can now do that. What's really nice is obviously we could, or hopefully obviously, we could inset something to make sure that we've got exactly the same distance on all sides, and then do the same thing again. So let's click here, S, that edge there, to this edge here. Again, it highlights really nicely to there, and then Q, and then to the center. And that is now perfectly lined up with our different edges. Now, just in terms of modeling workflow, I would argue this is insanely powerful. As we can say, I want, well, this to perfectly scale to that, or it's already at scale. Let's just cue that to there, and then actually let's click there and then shift click there. So we're now working off this one, and I want this edge to perfectly scale to that edge. And now that's all scaled, and then we can G and click there and then drag that to here, and now that's there perfectly sized. This makes conforming parts together insanely simple, and especially if you've got things like assets. Let's just come to my asset browser. If you've got different objects, I'm trying to think of an example. Let's come to my weapons and my ammunitions. If you've got something like a power cell, let's just drag that in there. Way too big. Well, no, actually, I'm just going to click that, drag that to there, and now it's exactly the size that I want it to be. Let's just delete those out, and I can start putting this onto the objects that are relevant to it. Or if I want it to be on this side, let's just come here. Let's just select that face with 3, and then I to inset it a little bit, so there's a little bit of a gap. Then let's just come out, select this, S, scale that edge to that edge there. Let's R that to then match that angle there. And I should mention that this hasn't actually changed. If we come to N and then come to our item, so this has actually applied the rotation. So now I can hit R, Z, and Z and do 180. So I've got the more interesting bit at the top. And then let's come here, G, select that edge there and drag it to that edge there. And we've now got that. And let's just shift and D to make a duplicate of that. And I want to grab this edge there to that edge there. And we've now got our 2 power cells lined up on whatever weapon this is going to be. That was way faster than doing a lot of other things that we'd have to fiddle around with. I will mention that this, of course, was slightly over the stereotype because we can actually drag an asset into this to be there, but we're still going to have to scale it and we're still going to have to rotate it around. So there is still quite a lot to do to get this in the right place. So that is the basis of this. I just wanted to show that as a bit of an introduction. There is more to it. For example, there's a whole other side of this where we can hit D and say I want to now define a reference plane, and I'm going to now change effectively where my floor is to be here. So notice we've totally changed that around, and now everything will work off of this. It is effectively added an arbitrary alignment transform orientation now, and if I G and Z, it's going in that direction, or G and then Y, it's going in that direction. So there is a lot more to this, and we can do even more with this, but I'm trying to keep my videos nice and concise. But I think you can probably guess how powerful this is, especially when we can remember that we can now press G and drag there and say I wanted to go up by 2 because we've now changed how our floor is working. And even more powerful, let's just come back down to where arbitrary align is. We can then change our grid spacing. So I could change this to 0.5, and now all of my grid is smaller, so I can make even more specific adjustments. I should also say this definitely wasn't on center. If I hold D and then go to here, it will also snap the center of these to these different points. Notice we can control, is it going to be there? Or if I do it again, I can say, no, I want it to be there. We get a lot of control with this add-on. At the time of recording this add-on is $10. In the amount of time that is going to save me, I think I'm going to have earned that back within maybe a day or two of using this. There's a link to this add-on in the description. It is an affiliate link. It means it costs you no extra to use it, but it will give a little bit of money to the channel. And if you'd like me to cover more on this add-on, please do say in the comment section. It's always nice and helpful for me to know what videos you want to see coming from the channel. I hope to see you in the next video, and have a great day.